I'm fixing a hole where the rain comes in and keeps my mind from wondering where it will go. Well, as you can see, my barn, one of the cedar trees dropped right through it. Actually, we have 2 leaks. Can't see that one very much. Alright, but this one, there it is. I ripped it open and spread it out. I'm going to put a skylight in there, a small skylight. And what I'm going to do is, you can see where I cut this. I didn't cut it on the beam. Alright, did not cut it on the beam. Alright, beam being here. Alright, I want to conserve. So I've got to put now joists across like this. Alright, that's what's going to happen. So, and the reason I'm making all this will just be part of my daily routine, things like this. Oh, see the damage on here? I don't know if you could see that. That speaker, us hippies from the 60s, if you could see over there too. Alright, got lots of speakers. There's 3 speakers right there and there. And today, I know when you say speakers, you're thinking of earbuds or something that's smaller than an inch. Or like what's, in this camera. But for a hippie from the 60s, I've got a collection of speakers that are just collecting dust. I guess nobody can use them. I can't use them. I'm not interested. I don't. Well, I sing terribly. You saw that. Okay, so here we are in the back of my barn. We're gonna go up on the roof. I'm gonna show you. And the reason why I'm even making this video is because I have not played dice or written any cartoons or any literature. I'm about to write something that if you or any of your friends are clairvoyant, I'm going to write an essay, something that was started in 1972 and actually became pertinent much later when the clairvoyance came realized. And it's now something like 55 years later, I have discovered the reason for that clairvoyance, and I'm going to make it public. So, okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of wood. Whoa, the sun's bright. Wow. I'm going to cut this wood here. I don't know if you could see where I'm going to cut, and then that's where the skylight's going to go. I'll line it on the video for you, and you'll probably see me cut it later. Alright, so right now, I want to go up top. I want to remove that top, and then I'm going to put in those joists, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we are on the roof, on the barn roof. See if we can get this so that you can see me doing what I have to do. I'm going to clean up the area. Probably cut out a lot of this video because you don't need that, and then bring you over and show you the hole, and we'll keep going from there. Getting a little closer. Maybe down there before. Getting the look. Okay. Probably move the voice in here. Probably. All right. Okay. Maybe this damage up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Use this as a straight edge. Got it. Okay. We're going to joist down there. Now you see things a little clearer down here. The damage is amazing. Alright. Okay, we're going to be putting joists in there, and I'm going to be putting felt all in here. As you can see, I've been putting egg cartons, because that's one thing we've got a lot of, as insulation, instead of using insulation, which of course we're using insulation, as you can see. Alright, but because we have a lot of egg cartons, we use the egg cartons as insulation. Okay. Pretty clever. Over here, of course, we have standard insulation because we had some at the time. So, let me get to work. It's nice telling you guys all this stuff, but I got to get some work done and get back on my videos, my regular videos. See you later. Okay, we got the first cross beam in. If you can see it here. Alright, right there. Well, right there. Goes from there to there. Got a little lip here. This is the end of the existing roof, and we're going to add onto that. Probably put another cross beam right in here. We have to get the 14-inch span here for the skylight, and then we'll put one across here too, and also from this side over. But taking a break because all this stuff underfoot is making me trip and fall and all that other stuff. So let me clean all this up and I'll get back to work. And I want some radio, but you know, YouTube, if you put any, probably even my singing the Beatles song at the beginning of this, they're going to say, hey, you know, you're in copyright infringement. This is not a free world, you know. So, either I play my own music, which I can only take so much of that. Okay. So during the breaks, I listen to music. I got a lot of that stuff out from underfoot. The only thing is, just as I was finishing up, my vacuum died. The motor burnt out. The whole place stinks. I already just walked out from the computer. I ordered a new one from Amazon. The exact same thing. It's a 12-gallon, 5.5 horsepower, the peak power. And I've had lots of shop vacs, of course, because I hook them up to my machinery. All right, you can see these pipes running, you know, all over the joint. These pipes like this. Because every time I cut something, I like it vacuumed up. And this one performed okay. The one I had before it did better, but I bought that in 1989 up in Farmingdale, New York. And that sucker, I'll tell you, when you put it to the ground, you took the nozzle and put it to the ground, you couldn't get it off unless you shut off the machine. Okay, so now I'm back to the braces. Got one in. I'll see. Okay, got the beams in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back there. All right. Next, what we're going to do is cut that piece I was telling you about, which will fit in here. We won't cut the hole for the skylight. That's still coming from Amazon. Alright, so now it's time for lunch. Okay, time for lunch. I want to point something out of interest to some people. Alright, you see this coffee grinder right here? Grandma Krinkle's coffee grinder. Works perfectly fine. As you can see, it's like new. Thing's about 200 years old. Probably a museum piece. I've looked it up on the internet. They sell for about $200. The only thing is, you give me $1 million, I'm not going to give it to you. Well, maybe $500,000. I'll take $1 million. All right. What would I use this for is for the chickens. when especially smaller breeds of chickens, like comets and whatnot, they don't particularly like the whole kernel. So I put them in here, I grind them down to almost, not like small pellets, and then I give it to them. So like I said, that's of interest to people who are interested in that sort of stuff. You've been in a video before, I know, many years ago, maybe 30 years ago, just as YouTube was coming out in 97, 98, whenever it was. Okay, lunch. For future use. Now, you remember, the skylight's going to go right in here. This whole piece is going to go in the hole, and then the skylight here. Now, the skylight's coming from Amazon. Won't be hit for until 9th, January 9th, which is now about 4 or 5 days. So what I'll do is I'll put a screw, not all the way through, here, here, and here. Put my tiles on and whatnot, and then when the piece comes, I'll just drill 4 holes, take a jigsaw, cut that out, and put the skylight on. Alright, now what I'm going to do is put this up top there. See you then. Okay, well, here we up on the roof. Got our piece over there, which I'll pick up. This is our hole. You see the cross beams we placed in there. Now, a builder may do this completely different. You know, basically I'm an architect, but of course I'm a stone cutter, and I've been around construction all my life, mostly for stone, like Trump's Kitchen, things like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece over there, I'm going to place it in. It probably won't fit right. I'll have to cut it down a bit and then place it in. Now, I said a builder would do it differently, because he would put the cross beams along the side there. In case there is any leakage, it goes into that. And it comes down the beam, you spot it, and such like that. But I built this whole thing myself, and this is basically the tool area that you saw. It's just a lean-to that I put walls on. So it's like, how much effort do you want to put into this thing? I'd be surprised if it lasts long. And another factor is, it's 2023. I'm 74 years old. If I'm an average person, I'll be dead in, let's see, 70. The average person lives 74 in 3 months. I ain't got a few months to live. Why? How much effort do you want me to do? I'm throwing dice. I'm drawing cartoons. I'm writing comic books. I'm working on all these houses, and I only got a few months to do all that. Now, even though my family is dead, most of them died very young. My dad is still alive at 94. So, if like a lot of other things that I do, and you know it happens to me, alright, because if you watch my videos, alright, well, normally what I say doesn't happen. So who knows? I may still be here when I'm 95 repairing this hole because I didn't put the cross beams in that way. Okay, we're going to do that now. I knew it wouldn't fit. Didn't think it would be that much over, but okay. So it is. Alright, mark this out, cut it up. I'll be back after I cut it up. Alright, piece is cut. Hopefully it'll fit. I should have tried it before. Okay, here we go. Very good. Okay, that's good. I don't need you in there. Come on. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Now I'll use 1 1/4 inch screws in the corners and on this cross beam, and then I'll be using 1 inch to tie it down all the way around. Okay. Alright, just going to put in the tar paper, some tile, and then I'm going to put top over it, and we should be done. Then I'm going to start over there. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a larger hole over that way. Can you see that? Yeah, and the only reason why I didn't do that first is that this one you saw was in the shop area. That there's a wood bin under there, and it's leaking into there, so it doesn't really do any damage. Just take the wood out of the way. Alright, and that's how I spent my afternoon. Maybe we'll get it. In fact, it's only like 3:30. Definitely get a dice game in for those who like my dice videos. And I may get to write that thing. Remember, tell your friends who are clairvoyant to check that out when I get to it. And I got to get back on the comics. Have a wonderful day, guys. From Gulfview Estates, from Joe's house. Oh, you don't see anything from up here, do you? Oh, have a wonderful day. See you guys. So if you all remember that skylight I put in, there it is. But when it was done, I found out that it wasn't leaking, but everything else was leaking. So got another skylight over there, which is just, I fell through when I was putting down the wood for the metal. And I said, screw it. Let me take a clear sheet, run it across, put my insulation and whatnot, and use that for a panel. So I have 2 skylights. This one looks a lot better though, right? Alright, I just going to finish this off here. And I ran out of metal. So I have to listen to Kathy bitch that we got to spend money. You know, you probably add $10,000 to the price of the property by doing this. But no, spend $40 for metal? Oh, no, 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 no. No. Crazy woman. Okay, I gotta get back to work. I just wanted to add that roof that I kept talking about. That's done now. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, see, it's Unit 1. That's the one I was talking about mostly on the craps tapes videos. Martin, really, oh boy, he did like all of that. You know, let's put it this way: the one who spends more time in the sun is the one who did most of it. Okay, we're back on this one. See you later, everyone.